Hello, Libra friends. Thank you so much for joining us here at Lanmou. This is your general reading for the first half of April 2019 for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay? I pre-shuffled this card, doing a little bit more shuffling on camera for you, Libra, as we meditate on the energy. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot for the main reading, and I'll use the After Tarot for clarification. Spirit, what message, guidance, Princess of Swords for you, Libra. You are showing up and showing off for your reading here. What message, guidance do we have for the Libra friends? What message, guidance you have for Libra friends, Spirit? Okay. Prince of Cups. All right, Libra. A little bit more shuffling. What message, guidance do you have for our Libra friends, Spirit? What message, guidance for our Libra friends? There we go. The Four of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, Prince of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Three of Swords. All right, Libra. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Wands. Oh, she looks every bit like the princess that she is, doesn't she? All right, here. So Libra, we start your reading with the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is that card, and this is an interesting Four of Swords because they're laid down the swords here on that mat. It's almost like it's a prayer mat, right? The Muslims use it. It's a prayer mat. And they're not sitting on the mat to pray, but it's the swords that is on the mat. They're taking a little rest here. They're having a little lunch break. But it's as if like the swords are doing the praying for them. And it's in a very interesting depiction for that Four of Swords, which is Jupiter in Libra, right? Jupiter in Libra is Jupiter, the planet of the gods, planet of wisdom. It's as if like it's as if like they put the swords there to harness the wisdom of the divine. So that it's almost like they're charging up the swords. It's not so much a resting phase as that the mental stability. They're trying to find strength mentally through the swords by placing them, by arranging them, not even placing them, by arranging them in a certain order, facing a specific certain way on that prayer mat, so they can charge up, because these words represent the mental capacity, right? Our thoughts, communication, and all of that. And the Four Swords usually deal with finding rest, repose, taking a break, finding your mental stability, or the mental foundation. The four represent foundation, right? The four legs of the table, foundation. And here it's as if like their mental foundation, their mental stability relies on that prayer mat, relies on that, stays on that mat. That's how they're harnessing the wisdom that they need. That's how you're harnessing the wisdom that you need, Libra. I love, that's probably my favorite Four of Swords from any deck ever, because it's so deep here. Okay, it's not just merely about the resting. Yeah, they're taking a little break, but it's not. That's not the what's telling the story here. What's telling the story here are the swords and the way they are arranged on this praying mat here. And I know I'm going for a long time with it because it's like it's very touching. I don't know. It's doing something to me here. And the Prince of Pentacles, I love that Prince of Pentacles too. It's such a handsome Prince of Pentacles. The princes are like more youthful energy, right? He's the apprentice. He's starting out in the world, perhaps new career, perhaps. And do you see the synchronization between the in the colors here, the color, that green in the mat, and that's the sign for Jupiter, right? And it's representing the same color that he's wearing, that Prince of Pentacles is wearing. So he's a thinking man. He's young, he's youthful, but he looks quite mature. It's almost like they showed a little bit of gray in his hair here. That's a mature prince, right? The king may be very, very much older, and he's like ready to take on the throne. He's ready to for the responsibility to pass on to him at this point. He has gained the wisdom. That's a synchronization here. So for you, Libra, last time your reading was one of reclaiming your right? I believe that's the way I've entitled it. There was such a sense of spirit talking to you directly, telling you it's time for you to step into the role that they intended for you to play in this life cycle. And here it seems as if you are responding back saying, I am ready. I have taken on that role. I have gone on the travel, right? Because the two, they look like they're traveling here. And this for gentlemen, and it's almost like a sign of peace, right? We lay down a sword. It's also a sign of peace for some of them. So there's no misunderstanding here. We can relax because everyone have their swords on the table, on the carpet here. It's like we know we can relax with each other now. So, but there's also a sense of true wisdom that has been gained, and that's what I'm getting with that synchronicity here. With that having the symbol for Jupiter showing in that carpet, synchronizing with the garment that he's wearing. This is the prince, but he's still learning. Yes, he's not yet the king. No, but he's very much ready to step into that role. So you have taking that mantle from the last time, from mid-March, right? You've received the message from Spirit, Libra, and you've taken on that mantle. You're very serious about it, and you understand the meaning of it, the weight of that responsibility, okay? And here you are, the Queen of Wands, right? Confident in your feminine power, knowing you through your intuition, right? How to get what you want, how to delegate, how to rule this kingdom, right? And the Queen of Wands, remember, she's also a very mystical queen. She used the mysteries to really go for what she wants, to really govern, to basically just to be in her own everyday daily life, the Queen of Wands. She's not a shy, she's not a shy queen. She's very, very in her power, creative, right? Passionate, ready to take on the world here. And at the bottom of the Queen of Wands is the Four of Wands. And that Four of Wands, this is you. This is you dancing to creating your own new beginning, because you have been awakening. You have gone through that awakening process. You understand now what is your role. You understand now what is at stake. You understand now what is the responsibility that you are taking on. And it's almost like she's doing an interpretive dance, right? And look at this is like the same thing that represents the Kundalini and in us. She's creating that ripple effect with her dance movement. And there's a lotus flower. The lotus flower is the underground, represent consciousness, right? The level of consciousness that she has gained. And also this is the Four of Wands. It's sometimes called the honeymoon card, but it's also the card of foundation, especially in the family. The card of finding your foundation in life, right? In your family life. That's where we start. And right behind her is the pyramids. Can you see the pyramids behind her? So there is a sense of continuing a cycle that has gone on before, continuing a work that has already started. There's a sense of legacy here from way back then, from a forefathers all the way back to the motherland, to Africa. That's why the pyramids are there. Everything there's a meaning to it, okay? And the messenger bird up there is also representing consciousness. The messenger, representing the message. You've received the message. You've accepted the responsibility. And now you have gained a higher level of consciousness that you now creating your own ripple. You've taken on the mental. You've taken on, the bat has been passed on to you. And you are creating your own story, right? Because you've been giving that power by your spirit guide, by your ancestors, because that was the message. Go back and watch the message from mid-March. It was a very stronger message for you, Libras. So now you've taken that on, so you're adding to that story, to that Akashic record, the story of your ancestors. You're continuing it on, because that pyramid here is showing that's the legacy, that's the ancestral legacy that continues through you, and you are representing it through that dance. You're continuing the ripple, and then more of it will go, and then that one, it vibrates through the whole world. Okay, your own actions you're taking right now, it's continuing that long story that has started way back then. You're adding on a new foundation to it. You're starting on a new thread, okay, of that story. And it's just, there's so much passion here. There's so much passion. You're not taking on that mental, you're not taking on that responsibility with a sense of anxiety, or with a sense of like, I guess I have to do it. No, you're taking it with so much gusto here, Libra. You're taking it with so much passion. It's almost like I've arrived. That's you can trust me. I'm up to the task. That's how you're taking it here. You're taking it with a lot of passion. That's the word that keeps coming up for you here. And then here, the last one we have is the King of Cups. And that King of Cups is a very creative king, okay? And this King of Cups is smiling. He's happy. And again, look at this beautiful castle behind him. He has that, he's like literally in his full power. It's like, I'm enjoying this. Like, he's ready to entertain. This is a stress-free king. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups here. This is really you, Libra, using all the elements to really actualize that plan that have been set forth for you by God, okay, by your spirit guide, by your ancestors, because you are being called into to play that role, and you're really taking it with so much stride. We have the Pentacles here. That's a material wealth. That is the earthy matters, right? We have the Swords here. That's a mental capacity. We have the Wands here, fire, action, passion, and we have the Cups here, and that's again creativity, emotionality. It's showing that you have reached a certain level of emotional maturity by going in this journey, by stepping into this new path. Okay, there's a lot of happiness, okay, and emotion that comes with it, and you basking in it all. You just like enjoying yourself. This is not a chore for you. This is not a sense of, oh, I gotta do this because I'm called to do this. This is basically bringing you into your best self that you can be. Okay. High level of emotions and passion here, Libra. And at the bottom of that King of Swords, we have the Three of Swords. Oh my goodness, if we've ever seen a more beautiful Three of Swords than that. The Three of Swords we normally used to is the Three of Swords with the two swords planting into the heart. This is usually the card of heartbreak, the card of sorrow, and all of that. And here, Libra, what I feel like, this is you. In the past, let's say prior to that full moon in Libra we had, okay, when all of this really activated for you, this whole plan, this whole new set of perspective of action got activated for you in March, like during that full moon in Libra in March. If before that person you were in a state of confusion, you didn't have your proper balance, and that's the other thing here. Look at her, she's on a tippy toe, and we know Libra, it's you constantly trying to find your balance. This is a Four of Wands. This is finding your balance here, okay? This is also a sense of stability. The Four also not just foundation, but stability. That's how you stable a chair or thing. You make sure there's like all four corners are covered. Okay, we have something going here. If you felt before, there was a sense of lack of balance, of stability, or of there was too much confusion as to what am I doing, where do I go, who am I, what kind of person I want to be. You are literally putting all of this to rest. Can you see it? Sometimes it's act up. I cannot tell exactly. This my screen that I'm looking at. This seems darker than what it actually is when I go to play it back. So I want to make sure you actually see it. The swords. It's almost like they're at a funeral. They're at a memorial for that lack of consciousness or for that person you were before. No, this is not the Ten of Swords at all. This is a conscious decision. This is not an ending, a brutal ending, nothing like that. This is you and whoever it is you're in partnership with, that you're taking along for this ride, Libra, you're planting the swords into it, saying that person that was is no longer. Whatever sorrow, whatever sadness, whatever heartbreak that was in the past, no longer. Now you are the King of Cups. You know what it is to be deeply loved. You know what it is to step into your full sense of creativity and your real sense of self, your real sense of happiness. You know what it is now. You know what's been lacking. You found the key towards your path, to your purposeful path. So now you have no need anymore for this sorrow, okay? You're communicating this to the world in a way that cannot be mistaken, okay? You are making a statement with just you being in. You're just gonna stand there and make a statement. You're gonna pull the swords out of that heart and you're gonna plant them into the ground, and there shall be a memorial. And everyone wants to know what happened to that old Libra. Oh, Libra, what happened to you? I see a change in you. They can go and visit that memorial. You have no use to that past anymore, because now you have found a new sense of being. You have found your way into the world, okay? And at the bottom, what we have of the deck, we have that Princess of Wands. Look at her. She just looks so like saucy. Like, yes, I'm the princess, you better not mess with me or my daddy will come and get you. I can get her with whatever I want. She's beautiful. She knows her power. She's walking up a way to be the Queen of Wands here, okay? She's already fully confident. There's no immaturity that shows here. Maybe impulsiveness, yes. Maybe a bit of even hardiness, but this is complete passion. This is complete youthful energy, passionate energy, ready to take on the world, ready to prove to the world what you're working with, what you have, what you've been working on, okay? And I want to take a clarification card on that. Before I could even start. Temperance. And I really wanted to take it on the Prince of Pentacles, but I was looking at the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to place it right here. Temperance jumped out for you. That is Archangel Michael. This is the ultimate alchemist. Temperance asking you to moderate as you go on this path, Libra. And I think there was a caution for you too in one of the Oracle cards, if I remember well. There's a sense of like, you are divinely protected, you are divinely guided, and that everything is going according to the way that the spirit guides, God, wherever it is that watching over you, the way they want it to go, okay? Like the bird is flying out of the cup. The message is going up. Look at this. One is being poured, one cup is being poured into the water, and one is the birds flying to send the message to above. As above, so below. Literally, spirit is calling you to be the ultimate magician. And no wonder I was looking at the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is the most mystical queen in the deck, right? She really used the mysteries, her mystical power and intuition, her psychic abilities to govern. So here we have I'm Archangel Michael showing there for you, wearing that white robe, bringing peace, right? Protection. But he's also a warrior angel, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael doesn't just protect us here on earth. He also protects the heavens, all the other angels. He protects he's God's angel, God of all the gods, the ultimate, the Alpha and Omega God. That's his guy. And that's why he has those wings that are red, because he's ready to fight too. He can fight any demons. He's the ultimate protector. So Archangel Michael is showing up there for you. It's to let you know, Libra, you are protected in that path. With a path you're going on, whether it's a romantic situation, whether it's a family situation, whether it's a work situation, you are protected in it. But I'm gonna tell you, this is the same message I got last month. This is more a spiritual development story that's ongoing for you, Libra. For those of you that this message is resonating with, is speaking to, speaks truth to, this is more a personal, deeply personal spiritual development story, spiritual growth, growing into the person that you're supposed to be, growing into yourself, growing into that spiritual being that you are, you coming into a new level of awareness of that, you understanding that you're not just Libra bones and flesh, that you are a spiritual being, and that you have a full team backing you up, in front of you, behind you, to your sides, working with you every single day, every hour of the day, okay, guiding you along this path. And this is why Archangel Michael came down for you here. If you're still having any doubts about it, just know you are very much protected on this journey, okay? If you need help, ask for help. Call on your angel, call on your ancestors, call on God, call on the universe, whatever it is that speak to you, wherever it is you get your messages from, wherever your intuition leads you, Libra, they are there for you. They're at your beck and call at this moment, pushing you through to get to where you need to get to. And we don't know that. I don't know that. That's for sure. That's not being spoken to us. But you are on a mission. They have a mission for you. Okay. And that's why last month they called you to step into your birthright, to take on the mantle, step into your birthright, reclaim your birthright. And I want to get a clarification on that King of Cups for our Libra friend spirit. Clarification on that. And then we have, oh, look at this. We have the 10 of Wands. Letting down the burden, literally. We have the letting down the burdens. And that's what we're seeing here. Literally doing a whole memorial for the burden, for the sorrow, for the, you're done with that. The king, you are the King of Cups now because you are really stepped into your power. You are really tapped into that life source, into your ultimate creativity. Okay? You can now use all the tools because you are the creative king. You can use your emotions, you can use your intellect, you can use your passionate self to step into action. But what you're not gonna do is to be pulled down, buried down with burdens, with responsibility. You're letting it down. Whether this, because the 10 of Wands, we usually see this guy walking into town with that whole stack of wands on his back, his hunchback. This is the after tarot. In the after tarot, this is what we see. He's holding on to one, assessing the situation, and all the rest of the wands. The 9 of Wands is on the ground here. There's been a spillage, whether by accident or on purpose. Whether it's you, Libra, who's like, you know what, I've had it, we just drop that stack of wands, or whether it's just you tripped yourself, or spirit just basically caused that spillage to happen, so you could take a break, you can sit down and see you do not need to carry this burden. This burden has been taken off your shoulder, okay? And you're literally having a whole memorial. You're not even burying it, you're having a memorial for all to walk by and see. Burying it, people could walk past it and not know what was buried there. You're leaving it as a memorial. You're leaving it there so people can see. This is what happens, this is what that was, and it's done for. Such a strong statement from you, Libra. I want to know, what is the 3 of Swords? What is Libra putting behind himself? With Spirit, give us some clarification on that 3 of Swords. I already know what it is, but let's see here. Spirit, give us some, we just talked about it, right? Give us some clarification on the 3 of Swords for Libra. Some clarification on the 3 of Swords for Libra, Spirit. Oh, we have a whole spillage, and no, we are not doing that. This is the 4 of Wands, okay? That's on top of that spillage that came up again. That's the same 4 of Wands here. Foundation. Basically, it's almost like you have to tear down that old foundation. It no longer served you. That responsibility that you are taking on, it no longer serves you. You had to leave that behind. Clarification on the 3 of Wands, Spirit. Clarification on the 3 of Wands for Libra. I'm really trying to keep this short, I promise you guys, but they've been going long, this reading. The Magician. You are the master of your universe. I kid you not. Libra, when I say you're making a strong, and at the bottom we have the 9 of Wands. Boundaries. The Magician came out here for you, Libra. It's to show that you say who, you say where, you say when. You're putting down the burden. You have no use for this. So you're going to make a statement by splitting these ones there. And you're going to say a prayer and say, bye. We no longer have a use for you. And that's the way you're communicating to the world, the new you. So when they pass by, they know this is the old thing. It no longer serves you. It's not buried. You want to make a statement for them to see it. Because you are manifesting your destiny. Of course, this is a major arcana with the help in concert with spirit. But you are manifesting. You have set those intentions, okay? You have all the tools. I mentioned that before, of the universe, the pentacles, the wands. This is the same thing with the magician. The magician have the cups for creativity, emotionality. It has the pentacles, material, earthly matter, right? Money, finances. The sword representing air, mental energy, the intellect, and the wands, action, passion. You have all of it. And here we have an addition here. We have the bird, the messenger. And what do we have? Queening. That's the ultimate. That's the sign of the magician, okay? The ultimate alchemist. Just like we see here in that temperance card. As above, so below. That's the below hand and that's the above hand. As above, so below. As above, so below. You are your own magician. You are the Queen of Wands. You are using your psychic abilities to creating this new you, to creating this new order for you, this new world for you, Libra. And it's so beautiful. And you are so strong. But it's not in a very, it's your strength. You're showing it with such a statement. It's such a feminine energy. Even that King of Cups here, he's smiling. There's such a confidence in him, but he's jovial, but it's not ha 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 ha. Right? It's not that manipulative King of Cups. It's a King of Cups that's very confident in his position and that can show emotion. It's like he's that confident. He can show his emotions, right? Because he has such a high level of creativity. He knows who he is. And you are making such a statement with that departure in a way that cannot be misunderstood. But at the same time, it's not aggressive either. You are using your feminine energy. Oh, you already have one. You deserve love. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have calling in your soulmate. So for those of you, if this is a romantic situation, this is the Woman's Oracle card, okay? If it's a romantic situation that you've been you are dealing with, you're a Libra out there, and that message may not resonate with all of you, and you felt like whether it's from a past situation that someone made you feel that you were not enough, or that you couldn't stand next to them, that they made you feel inferior, if you will, just know this is done with. That heartbreak, the Three of that's a card of heartbreak, okay? The Three of Swords. That's a card of that's what you're putting an end to. That's what you are basically not even burying. That's what you're making a statement. This is that burden you've been carrying, thinking like, oh my goodness, this one, that's my selenite one. It fell in the last reading I did. It just fell again to the ground. And this time, last time I did not pick it up, but this time I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to get us some more positive energy in here, Libra, because there are entities out there that does not want the message to come out the way it needs to come out. And we're not going to have that, are we? Oh, no, we are not going to have that. We work with the light, we work with love, and that's where we stay, okay? And that's where we stay. So here we go, Libra. For those of you who are in a situation where you felt like someone made you feel that you were lacking, that you were not good enough, or any of this, or any of that, you are putting that burden behind. You are laying down that burden. That's their problem, not yours. Your heart is full now. You're ready to love, okay? You are the King of Cups. The King of Cups, this is the most emotional. It deals with love and emotion, the cup suit, okay? And then you are the Queen of Wands. That's a passionate queen. You really are coming into your own there. and the universe and the temperance card here is telling you this is your time. This is your time. If there was healing that needed, that's also a card of healing. If there was healing that needed to happen for you to heal your heart, for you to heal your psyche, with kind of like if you were having even like, you know, feeling depressed over all of this, you're not getting the love that you prayed for, just know it's coming. It's coming, and it's in divine timing, and that you deserve love. You are lovable. The Cupid arrow is about to hit you really quickly here, okay? And I don't think it's gonna be sudden for you. I think it's gonna come in a way that is so sweet, in a way that is that is so in sync with who you are, that you won't be able to question it this time. You will know this is my person. That's what this is telling me here, and it's you who's doing it right now, because it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualization help bring you your soulmate. And you are, this is your prayers, that's the Cupid arrow that's gonna bring you that love that you really want. Also, you're manifesting it. That's a manifestor, the magician here. You're manifesting that love that you want in your life. If this is a love situation for you, have no worry. It is about to be for you, okay? It's coming along. It's coming along in divine timing. But it seems like you had to go in a journey to really come into yourself, to know who you are. So you know no one can tell you that you're not deserving, or that you're not good enough. That for you to know you're God's creation, and you're your favorite child of God, and that you have everything, right? That you could ask for to make the life you want, that you're independent, that you're creative, that you can take care of yourself materially, financially, okay? And you can use your intellect. You have high wisdom. You know when to go, when to stop, when to take a break, okay? And you are laying down any burden, any past baggage, any baggage from the past. You're laying those on the floor. No longer your issue. Any heartbreak, you're taking out the swords out of your heart. You're leaving them behind for all of them to see that you're healed. The swords did not kill you. They are now planted somewhere. They can go and visit them if they want to. No longer your problem. Okay? You are lovable. That is your message. For those of you, this is a love situation for you, Libra. I feel like I'm about to move on to the Oracle deck, but Spirit is calling me. Some of you really need to hear it. You are lovable. That's a message here from Spirit. You deserve love, and you are lovable. You are lovable. Keep praying. Keep setting your intentions. Keep using your visualizations, because you're manifesting that beautiful love into your life that you want, okay? And this is the Sacred Geometry Oracle card. See what additional message Spirit has for you, Libras. And I usually read this from the book. There's no need to interpret it, right? It's message straight from the Oracle. Spirit, what additional message do you have for our lovely Libras? What additional message do you have for our lovely Libras? Okay. What? Don't fall, don't fall. And we have the icosahedron. Okay. And that's like the cube. This is number 58. Lucky number 13, it draws down to. And number 58. Perspective. Okay? Perspective. Choosing this card suggests that the subject of your inquiry has been on your mind for some time. You ruminate and question, but like a continuous loop, moving round and round and going nowhere. You are stuck in thought patterns that offer no solution. It is time to seek a new perspective. Ask for inner guidance from the female receptive aspect of your being, and allow this flow to enter your thoughts in a way that will release the old pattern and bring light and higher wisdom. You may be surprised at how easily you entangle the situation once you see it from a fresh vantage view. This geometry solid represents the beginning of new consciousness and is water, liquid, and female. All right, Libra. Like seriously, you there already, okay? you have come to that new perspective. You have come to that higher level of consciousness. That new wisdom, you already there. That's why that Queen of Wands showed there for you. It's not the Queen of Swords being decisive in your path forward. That's not what showed up for you. It's the Queen of Wands that show up for you. That's the queen that knows how to use psychic abilities, her higher wisdom, okay? That healing knowledge. That's her. That's why she shows up there for you, Libra. That new level of awareness, of perspective, this is the work you've been doing this month here in March. Going into April, that first half of April, I feel like it's really going to sink in for you. You're really going to be able to look back and see, and see the shift, how the shift happened for you. Because right now you're still in the middle of the shift. It's still happening, right? You're still receiving those messages from spirit. Now, perhaps by the 15th, that first half of April, perhaps even towards the end of April, energy, time is fluid, okay? This may resonate with you guys. You might have already gone through this process. From some of you, you're at the beginning of this process. But for the majority of you that I'm reading for, that the messages from spirit are resonating with you. This is like the full moon in Libra that just happened in March. That's when the full activation started for you, and this has already been set in motion. Okay, so you have already come to that place of that greater awareness. You understand that now. You probably cannot see the whole picture yet, right? You probably cannot see the whole picture yet, but you do know there's a new consciousness that you're tapping into. You understand that new perspective, that new order that you're being called onto, okay? And it's the female aspect of it, because that's why I keep telling you, you are making such a statement, but it's not aggressive, okay? It's not aggressive at all. It's you, because you're using your feminine power to during that shift here. It's not aggression, but it's so strong. But you're using your full feminine power, creativity, psychic ability to make this shift, to make this happen for you. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, this is what you had. You had the decahedron. That is divine thought. And we already knew that. You already knew that. And these are divine thoughts that are passing through you from your spirit guide, from your ancestors. Okay? This is the messages that you are receiving. This is the messages that you are receiving. This is geometric, solid, embodies divine thought and divine thought or will. And it's the archetype of life and fecundity made visible. It is heaven, ether, prana, and female. Do you see the repetition here? And female. Again, heaven, ether. This is literally the God consciousness, the divine consciousness. And that's why at the last reading for mid-March, I asked you to reclaiming your right, to step into that wall. That is it is such a big responsibility, but for you it may not seem so big because you are receiving the guidance and the message, okay? You are receiving the protection that you need and the guidance from the angels, from your ancestors, Libra. And those messages, I told you, especially around the full moon time that we just happened, to pay attention to your dreams, to pay attention to your thoughts, to pay attention to the hints, okay? To the signals to the messengers, conversation that are happening, okay? With people. This is the way spirit, the God communicate with us. This is divine thoughts, okay? And this is now the new perspective. The thought happened, the message received, 57 and 58. And then now the new perspective, the shift. This was last month message. You received the message straight from your ancestors, reclaiming your right, to pay attention to the messages. And now this is the new perspective. Towards the end of the month here, mid-month, towards the end of the month, you're going to understand that shift that just happened. I feel like you're still in the middle of that shift. You're still going through it, okay? And then like you can take a step back towards mid-month, end of the month, and then you're going to understand what you just went through. What's just a beautiful journey that you just stepped onto. I hope this message speak to you and that you can use it to your life, and it brings a little bit of guidance in this journey that you're embarking on, which is very serious and very, like, it's very deep. It's very highbrow spirit. Like, you're being called to some high level of awareness and consciousness here, Libra. Okay, meditate. If you need to find a mentor, find a mentor. If you need to just, if you need to take some break to rest so you can really allow those dreams to come through, do so. If you feel like you need to travel at the same time, do so. But there's a new foundation that's about to set for you. There's a new perspective, a new awareness, a new consciousness that you're in the middle of a shift right now. And I do hope it's for the best and highest good. Actually, I'm sure it's for your best and highest good, because these are divine thoughts. This is divinely guided, okay? And you're the magician. You're manifesting this with spirit. It's such a beautiful relationship here. And I'm so glad and so happy for you. And come back again at mid-month for the second half of April reading. Thank you so much. And I just give up now. I keep saying I'm trying to make them short. They keep getting longer and longer. That's just the way it is, okay? If it's to change, it will change. But I have to pass the messages as spirit. Let it flow through me. Thank you so much for your continued support, Libra. You continue to be one of the highest viewership. And I look forward to do your next set of reading. Enjoy the beginning of April. Sending you so much love. Remember, love is the only answer. Bye.